Hi everyone, and welcome to this SwiftFox Masterclass. Today we're looking at email templates, and specifically at how templates have become a proper first-class part of building a campaign in SwiftFox. If you've used templates before, you'll know they used to sit slightly off to the side. You could see your saved templates in a small grid inside the email designer, but you couldn't really do much with them there. You couldn't preview a template before committing to it, and you couldn't edit one in place. If a template needed a change, the only way through was to load it, make your edits, save it again as a new template, and then delete the old one. It worked, but it was fiddly, and it meant templates were something you tolerated rather than something you relied on. That's what's changed. Templates now have a clear home in the campaign flow and a proper set of controls behind them. Today we're going to look at how templates fit into the way you build campaigns now, why that shift matters, and how to run a template library that really saves you time rather than getting in your way. Before we get into the mechanics, it's worth being clear about what a template is doing for you. A template is a reusable starting point. It carries your text, your images, your merge fields, and importantly, the required unsubscribe block, so that every campaign of a given type begins from the same solid foundation. The value isn't just speed, although templates certainly save time. The real value is consistency. When your monthly newsletter, your event invitations, and your renewal reminders each start from a considered, approved template, you spend far less energy rebuilding the same structure, and your audience receives something that looks and reads like it genuinely came from your organization. Templates are how you turn a good one-off design into a repeatable standard. Here's the most visible change. When you open emails and choose Create Campaign, the first thing you now see is the template library. Rather than dropping you straight onto a blank canvas, SwiftFox asks a more useful question first. What would you like to start from? Inside the library, you can search your templates and filter them by your campaign tags, which makes finding the right starting point straightforward, even when you've built up a sizable collection. The important addition here is Preview. You can open a template and see exactly how it looks before you commit to it, and only then choose Apply and Use Template. That preview step is the answer to the old problem. You're no longer guessing from a thumbnail or loading a template just to find out whether it's the one you wanted. And if you'd rather begin fresh, Create Blank Campaign is right there in the same place. Nothing about templates forces your hand. They're simply the default first option because most of the time, starting from a proven design is the faster and safer choice. Templates are only as useful as a library behind them, and that library grows out of your own work. When you're designing an email in the canvas, that's step 3. The design step you'll find the template controls in the toolbar above the canvas. 2 actions matter here. Browse templates let you insert a saved template into the design you're working on, bringing across its text, images, merge fields, and unsubscribe block. Save as template does the reverse. It takes the design you've just built and stores it as a reusable starting point for next time. This is the habit worth forming. Whenever you finish a campaign design you're pleased with, one that's on brand, correctly structured, and thoroughly checked, saving it as a template means that quality becomes your new baseline rather than a one-off you'll have to recreate from memory. This is where the biggest practical improvement lives. Templates are no longer view-only. From the Manage Templates area, which is located in the drop-down beside the Create Campaign button, alongside the Brand Hub, Category, and Tag shortcuts, you can edit a template directly, and you can delete the ones you no longer need. This finally removes the old load, edit, resave, delete loop entirely. If a template has last year's dates in it or a link that's since moved, you can open it, correct it, and you're done. The corrected version is simply there, ready for the next time anyone reaches for it. Just as importantly, you can now organize templates using your email tags, the very same tags you already use to organize your email campaigns. There's no separate system to learn. If you've been tagging campaigns, those same tags are what you'll use to sort your templates. Tags are what turn a long, flat list into something you can navigate. Now, because tagging templates is a new addition, there's one thing to be aware of the first time you open the screen. Every template you've built up until now will start life untagged. You'll find them all sitting together under Other. So this is the perfect moment for a bit of housekeeping. Take a few minutes to sweep through that list. Delete any old templates that you no longer need, and for the ones you do use, attach each to the appropriate email tag. It's a small one-off tidy up, but it's what turns that undifferentiated pile under other into a properly organized library you can rely on from here on. Before we wrap up, it's worth thinking about templates as a small system rather than a pile of saved emails. A few habits make that system work. Keep the number of templates deliberate. It's tempting to save everything, but a smaller set of well-maintained, clearly tagged templates is far more useful than a dozen of near duplicates. When two templates are doing almost the same job, consolidate them into one and delete the other, something that's now genuinely easy to do. Treat your most used templates as living documents, because editing is now in place. There's no reason to let a template drift out of date. When a detail changes, fix it at the source, and every future campaign inherits the correction. And when you build something new that's better than what you've had, save it as a template and retire the old one, so your library always reflects your current best work rather than your history. So to bring this together, templates in SwiftFox have moved from a quiet corner of the designer to a proper part of how you build campaigns. You choose a template and preview it right at the start. You save your best designs as you go, and you manage the whole library by editing, deleting, and organizing with tags. If you're getting started, don't feel you need to build a complete set today. Pick the one email you send most often, design it carefully, and save it as a template. Give it a clear tag. That single reliable starting point will do more for your day-to-day sending than a whole library built in a hurry. And if you'd like to go further, we've recently added a new lesson to the Academy on best practices for building reusable email templates. It's a great next step once you've saved your first one, and you'll find it under latest lessons in the Academy. Thanks for joining me for this SwiftFox Masterclass.